everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Gabriel Ginting with student ID 110-342-7240 from Electrical Engineering 46 International Class. And in here, I want to present to you about my final project in renewable energy. So let's get started. The first one, you have to know the electronic bills that your house using and how much you pay for it. And you have to know how the VA that your house using. And here, in my case, I'm using 900 VA, which is I have to pay around 1,352 per 1 kilowatt hour. And in here, you have to know a year, not a month, not 2 months, but you have to know a year. And in here, my parents have to pay the highest bill in August and November. It's around 450 with the energy used is 332 kilowatt hour. After you've done that, you have to know the location rooftop of your house. In here, my parents' house has a large of rooftop around 150 meters square with the tilt 45 and using tanah liat as the main of the rooftop. After you've done that, you have to know the energy potential with the solar atlas and global solar to know the PV and irradiation at your city. In this, my parents' home is in Depok, so I'm using Depok as the city in solar atlas and global solar. After you've done that, you have to know the component analysis. In here, I'm use August, not November, but we know that they have same amount that my parents pay for a bill in a month. Why I'm using August? Because August have more days rather than November. After you choose the month with the highest bill and the energy you used, you have to know the energy you use in a day. And we know that the energy used a month is, in my case, 332 kilowatt hour. And you divided it by 31, so you get 10,710 kilowatt hours per day. After you've done that, we can know the watt peak and how much PV we have to have, so our house can use solar panel with this formulation. First, we have watt peak, number of solar panels, solar charge controller current, battery capacity, total capacity and battery type, and number of battery. With this formula, we can get here. This is my home watt peak. With this formula, we will get 3,376. This is the watt peak for daily usage that my home should have. And the second, we have to know how much solar panel that my house needed, so we can get 3,000. So in here with this formula, we will get 11 pieces. This is how much solar panel that my home use. And in here, I'm using 300 watt peak because I don't think to get more than 300 because it will be too heavy for my rooftop, I think. And the third, you have to know the solar charge controller current with this formula, and you will get 110 ampere. After that, you have to know the battery capacity, that what kind of battery that you want to use in your home for your solar panel. In here, my battery capacity is around 109. And after that, you have to know the total battery capacity using this formula, and you will get 328. After that, we have to know how much battery that we need so that we can run our solar panel in our home. With this formula, we get around 19 pieces of battery that my home needed, so we can run solar panel at home, and we can get around 3,000 that the daily usage needed. After that, we can analysis how much money that we need to make solar panel at our home. As we know earlier, my home need around 19 of battery and 11 of solar panel. In here, you know the item that I use for the battery with 100 ampere and 12 volt. And the one pieces is around 2 million. But because I need 19, so I have to have amount of 41 million. And after that, I'm using the inverter 3000 because the watt peak per hour for my home is 3036.6. So that's why I'm using inverter around 3K. For one pieces is around 3 million. After that, I need cable. It's 100 meter, or I just need one, and it's around 45,000. And the second is for MCB. I need the 1P and the 2P. 1P for one, 2P is two pieces that I need. For 1P, it's around 45,400. And for MCB 2P, because I need to, one is 76 and 900 because I need two pieces. So it's around 100,053 rupiah. And after that, I'm using 11 solar panel with 300 watt peak VP, and I'm using the monocrystalline solar, and one pieces of the solar panel is around 1 million, but because I need 11, it will become 19 million. And after that, I need the solar charge controller. I'm using the 4 ampere, but I just need one, and it's around 35,000 rupiah. So the total amount that I have to have is around 64 million rupiah. And after that, I have to know the ROB, or around the maybe around when the item is broken or something that I have to change it. First one, I'm calculating for the false battery, for the battery. And it changed for battery, it's 10 years, with the price, as we know, one battery is 2,000. So I need 8 million. I'm sorry, it's not 2,000, but 2 million. So I need 8 million. After that, I changed the inverter for 25 years because the estimation for this project is 45 years, which is I have to pay around 3 million. And the capable MCB for 1P and 2P, as you can see in the table, and for the solar panel, I just changed one in the 25 years. I mean, as you know, this estimation is for 25 years. So that means each 25 years, I have to change solar panel. But it's the must. I must change the solar panel if it already used for 25 years. But sometimes we don't know, maybe it's broken before 25 years. So we have to change it. And I think I just need to change it one if there is broken, but after 25 years, I will change it, all of them, the 11 of them. So I'm just taking the price for 1 million because that's one pieces of the solar panel. And after that, I'm checking the system cleanliness. So we have to clean our system so that the solar panel can function properly. I'm just taking it for 5 years. So each 5 years, there is system cleanness. Someone will clean our solar panel, or even us do it ourselves. And I just estimated around 25 rupiah. So the total amount that I have to have for this is 14 million. And after that, we have to calculate the POM, LCC, the FF, CRF, AT, and RCHOI. And what is this? So as you can see in here, you can see where we have to purchase in here. I already put a link in it. And then this is the earlier I say to you is about investment. And this is the operation and maintenance cost. After we know all of it, we have to know the POM, or maintenance cost, for 25 years. How do we calculate it? So the POM calculated is A times 1 plus E power of n over I times 1 plus I power of n. What is I? What is A? What is n? As you can see in here, A is operational and maintenance cost. Is what we know earlier, it's 14 million. And I is discount factor. As we know, it's already stated in a Bank of Indonesia, is around 6.7%, or it will be 0.066. And the N is how long the project lasts. As I said earlier, we estimated this to be 25 years. Until 25 years, we have to change all of our items. So the point here, using the formulation, we will get 100 million, 100 million and 77. After that, we have to know the life cycle cost with the formula initial investment plus pump. Initial investment is the one that we already calculated, like this one, how much all of the component that we need to pay is 46 million. So that means using this formula, we will get LCC, life cycle cost, is around 242 million. After that, we have to find the DF of our discount factor. DF discount factor can be used with this formula, 1/1 plus I power of n. As we know already earlier, I is the discount factor from the bank, is 6.7%. And N is how long the project will be last. It was 25 years, as I stated earlier. So the DF we get is 0.17897. After we find that, we have to know the energy cost or capital recovery factor, or we know that CRF. So the calculated is with this formula, we will get 0.083. After that, we have to know the energy needs, ET. So ET we can calculate with this formula. As I said earlier, the highest kilowatt hour per day that in August my home used is 10,000. And we times it with 365, and we will get 3,909. After that, we have to know the average electricity cost, or we know as LCOE, with the formula like this. LCC, life cycle cost, times with CRF over this one, 80. It's supposed to be 80. And we get around 5,176 per kilowatt hour. After we done that, we have to know about the studi kelayakan PLTS. We put all of them in here. Kas masuk, kas keluar, DF, NCF, PV, NCF, as we know earlier, and the biaya is initial investment that we already know is around 64 million rupiah. And after we know that, we can find the NPF, nilai sekarang bersih, NPI, index profitabilities, keuntungan per tahun, and periode balik modal with this formulation. With this formulation, we will get for the NPV is 548 million. And for the profile index, we will get 9.4967. For the annual profit or keuntungan per tahun, we will get around 12 million. After that, the periode balik modal. So in this state, my home will get the payback period in 19 years. After we know all of it, we put it in the PVCs. So to more know about, like we already know the data we have, we put it in the PVCs. With this one, January, February until the December. This is why we need a year, not just a month. Because in PVCs, we need a year to know the amount of energy that we used. And we can also choose the PVCs that we want and the inverter that we want to use. After you put it all in our PVCs, we will get this data and this data. This is a loss diagram, daily input-output diagram, system output power distribution. For your attention, I will see you next time. Goodbye. Happy day.